Peace, family. Peace, 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 peace. All right. I hope you guys are having a phenomenal night, day, wherever you are. Do understand and get it is going to get better once your perception gets better. So, if you are new to my channel, my name is Dina Bryant. I do these inspirational videos just so we could shift, okay, our mindset, energy, frequency, vibration, and all that good stuff. So, today's video is pretty much about, honey, you're going to have to walk away, okay? A lot of times we feel like by us staying in that situation, it can be, a situation with our children. It can be a situation with, someone that we love that suffers from addiction. It can be any of those things. You have to understand if someone is constantly banging their head on a wall, right, and you telling them, well, you do not have to do that, and they just feel like they have to do that because they don't see themselves as being worthy or they don't see themselves as being enough, the best thing you can do is pretty much walk away from that person. And by you walking away, that is a demonstration of self love, okay? And you also letting a person see that there's a consequence because you're not going to stay around and stick around while someone just feels like they are inadequate, they are not capable, just with a low self-esteem about themselves. And let me tell you something, okay? Because what you have to understand is we will all have choices, okay? And if I have made a choice to do the work on myself, right? And I see that I am worthy, I am capable, I am enough, I am deserving because I'm here, okay? Then it's no different for you. All right. I remember I had this good friend. Okay, she's still a good friend. And I remember every time I would be going through something, I would call her pertaining to the same exact thing because that's what I was used to. And I remember one day I had sent her a message and she didn't even respond back to the text message. And I was wondering, like, gosh, I sent you a text message talking about the same exact person and, what's going on in my life about what this person I'm allowing him to do, and she didn't respond back. And I remember a few weeks later she had came over to my house, and it was me, her, and my sister, and we was talking outside. And one of the things she said, I don't respond back because I don't have things like that going on in my life. And you already know what this person, call themselves doing. Why do you entertain it? Pretty much that's what she was saying. And I remember one day I was listening to Abraham Hicks. And one of the things Abraham Hicks said pretty much was, you cannot help someone and I'm paraphrasing, you cannot help someone out by them looking at their lives and feeling like they can't do no better, by them looking at they lives and feeling like they are victims. You cannot help anyone from that standpoint. I remember it was a mother and a daughter, right? And this mother, she would pretty much be stressed out because her daughter suffered, or I don't want to say suffered, but her daughter had an addiction, right? And no matter what, she will always allow the daughter to come back home. She will allow the daughter, to pretty much do the same exact thing that the daughter normally would do. And I never understood that. And when I was growing up, well, actually, when I was younger, I used to say, oh my goodness, I would never do this, right? I would never do that. And then when I grew up and I had children of my own, one of the things that I used to see was that I would be sometimes an enabler, right? Not wanting my children to go through certain things. So feeling the need that I have to control every aspect of their lives because in my eyes it's like, oh, I know best. But perhaps by you walking away and letting your children experience the things that they need to experience, who's to say that that is a bad thing? We put all these titles and labels and we say, oh, this is bad, this is good. And it's really what we give meaning to, right? Because that thing, it can appear to be bad to one, but to someone else it can be completely good, right? So we have to start understanding, everything is based upon the meaning that we give to it. It really doesn't have any meaning until we give it. Walking away. You could be in a relationship, right? And sometimes you can feel like, well, I want to stay with this. I'm going to stay with this person. They had a, terrible upbringing, and I'm going to stay with this person because I want to change this person, or I want this person to have a better life than what they grew up, how they grew up. If a person feel like that they are unworthy and they're not deserving, the best thing you can do is walk away. Because while you keep on being around it, you will start eventually thinking that you're undeserving, that you're not worthy. And then you have to ask yourself, how did I attract this person? And whichever way that you attracted the person, you have to understand you cannot change anyone. You cannot, and that's not your responsibility. And I think a lot of times when we try to change others and try to make them be something that we feel as though they ought to be, or we feel as though, oh, well, their life would be so much better, if they did things the way I told them to do it, or if they did things the way I see fit. That's not your business. And oftentimes when I intervened with other people business and started minding other people business, I would get the worst backlash from the universe, because it's like, that's not your job to do that. That's not your job to live your life through that person's life. We are all here for a reason, but we are all here having different experiences. And so you're not doing anyone a favor by staying if this person or that person see that they are inadequate, they are incapable, that they are not deserving, that they're not worthy. You actually would be doing service by walking away. So, with that being said, I love you guys. Keep on going, keep on growing, and believe in yourself. And it's not your job to change anyone. And it's not your job to make someone to be the ideal person you think they ought to be. Because we are all here for different reasons. And we all here to choose. That's where free will come in, okay? And choices. We have the ability to choose how we want our lives to be. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.